idea was we were going to film the prologue and release it to the world to basically build up some hype. And so we filmed it even during the writing process.
Our first location was the wonderful West Side Park.
Mind you, we've filmed there before.
So we planned it, we did everything we were supposed to do, called the police to let them know there was a scene going on.
It was basically the worst night to film because the temperature was so low and the script called for a steel barrel that we were going to have a fire in to keep the thugs warm.
Literally, we didn't even have the fire going, and we hear sirens in the distance. Fire sirens. And sure enough, that was for us. That got the kibosh real quickly, which wasn't a big deal because we were able to fake it with a light. That wasn't the issue.
So after we set that up, I told the guys, I'm gonna go pick up the rest of our actors.
Immediately, pretty much after he left, this big white truck with these huge yellow and white lights pulls up.
Spotlight.
Well, the first thing he did was he got out and started asking for our permits.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Which we...
It's okay, we've talked to the police.
Which in a way we had permits. We had
permission of the police.
We had police car pulls up and they start going at it. Well, we're just trying to work. We're told that we have to leave because apparently the Parks Department had their rules that apparently outweighed the police's permission.
It is February 8th, 2013, and after all this time and all the years I've been planning and the months we've been doing in pre-production, we are finally having our first shoot tonight.
Yeah, it was outside of an art building, so they had a whole bunch of like woodworking and metalworking equipment there.
You betcha. Here we have one of our actors showing up.
Cool. Oh, okay.
You're the first here, so you get bonus points.
Awesome, cool. Towards my credit.
Right, exactly.
What I was most excited about were all the actors that were there because all the guys, some of us didn't know each other, and we all kind of bonded over that night and had a great shooting experience.
Camera rolling.
1.1, take 3.
Well, we know what he is. Some say he's a hero, but we know what he really is.
Wait, I see. He should be joining us.
Sorry.
Some say he should be joining us.
No,
I think he should be joining us. I got it.
Coldness? Like,
sorry about that. Oh, I went.
Looked good to me.
Oh, yep. Got the light.
yeah, that should not make the gun go into my mouth.
Rolling.
Daryl shoots, take 2.
The stunts were okay, except for one. I had to do a roll over someone's back, something I had actually never ever done before. And let me tell you, there are some ridiculous mathematical equations that I'm not aware of that are in that, because I would either overshoot or undershoot it basically every time, but like maybe 3 times.
The visual effects for the prologue kind of build nicely. First, have to generate a new background here, so that when the slide moves back, we have something behind it. In this case, it's brick, it's a pattern, copy and paste some of it from up here, drag it down here, and that's easy. Next up, the body of the gun, with little nuggets cut out of it to look like just the barrel with no slide attached. And then the slide. This is just taken from the original image, cut out the slide, move it back a little bit, and add this motion blur here. And then add a little flash fill to try to match the flash from before. One muzzle flash, another muzzle flash to add some glow in the hot spots, and then to add a nice little touch, an ejecting shell casing.
Kill him! Kill him!
Alright, this is another fun shot involving a fire right here. So there we go. This scene was particularly difficult, not only because the camera is moving and the fire needs to stay on the barrel the whole time, but as far as the camera knows, the barrel's moving all over the place. Each of these points is where the barrel was at one moment in time, and you can see this little square moving to kind of replicate its motion. The real trouble is people run in front of it. To make that easier, I used the Roto Brush tool, which is fantastic because it lets you use a brush to just paint the area you want to keep, frame by frame, and it'll automatically try to do it itself. You still need to touch it up. So, ultimately, with that enabled, going through it frame by frame, he passes right in front of that fire when really it was never there at all. Alright, here we have a nice shot of the hood walking off heroically into the distance. So I'll just start turning on layers here. This layer is the same as the layer below, except panning, doing a slight digital pan for the cinematic widescreen filter we applied. And then there's our city. And another building added over here. Then adding back in a duplicate of this part that was actually there and just cut out around buildings and around what would be bushes or trees here. Adding a nice lens flare that sticks to that building to get a nice lens flare flying across the screen.